Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to do a live review of a sequel to a 2004 slasher film. It was a remake, it was directed by Tobe Hooper, and it was a remake of a 1978 horror film called Toolbox Murders. Decent film, low budget. It had Sherry Ramon Zombie in the opening scene. She gets killed fairly early on, and it's about a guy in a mask who basically lives between the walls of a tenement building where everyone lives and kills them one by one. Not particularly original, but a decent flick nonetheless. And I guess it was a moderate success because they planned to bring out a sequel, Toolbox Murders 2, and did principal photography on that. The guy who did the principal photography, Dean C. Jones, allegedly stole all the footage and then proceeded to make a spin-off film called Coffin Baby. Now, Coffin Baby was the name of the Toolbox killer. You only found that out at the very end during the credits. And this movie, Coffin Baby, basically got a very, very limited release in some territories, including Holland, and was released on Blu-ray there. Now, Scream Factory this year have announced that they're going to release Toolbox Murders 2 on Blu-ray on the 4th of August this year. And I dropped them a line and asked whether it was in fact a retitle of the Coffin Baby movie, and they confirmed to me that it was, which made me quite interested to track down the Coffin Baby movie. I have no idea whether there's additional scenes shot, whether it's a different cut or the same cut, but I managed to track down a Blu-ray steelbook from Holland of the unrated version of Coffin Baby. So I was going to watch it now and really tell you whether it's worth buying the upcoming Scream Factory Blu-ray in August. So yeah, stay tuned. Let's first of all have a look at the steelbook itself. So here's the steelbook of Coffin Baby. Stars Bruce Dern, who played the killer in Tobe Hooper's original. Also, I just noticed, stars Jeffrey Combs as well. So that's a nice addition that I didn't realise, of Reanimator fame, of course. It's XT video and it's limited uncut edition. It's a nice finish on this steelbook, very sort of shiny finish, like a gold sort of effect. And on the back, you've got the synopsis of the story in the local language. 1.78 to 1, 98 minutes long, and comes in DTS HD audio. So inside the steelbook, you've got some additional art there. And the disc, and behind the disc, a Dean C. Jones film, Coffin Baby. So it's a really nice presentation. I'll be really interested to see what this film's like. So there you have it, Coffin Baby. Let's have a look at the menu. So here's the menu screen for Coffin Baby, and it's quite interesting when you have a look at the title of the movie. Just below it, it's subtitled "The Toolbox Killer is Back." Which is quite interesting when you think that the director tried to distance himself from the fact that it was actually an official sequel to Tobe Hooper's film. In terms of extras on this disc, you basically get a trailer and a photo gallery of stills from the film. Right, so let's have a look at this, see what it's like. I'll catch you at the end. Okay, so I've just watched Coffin Baby. Quite a confusing film, this. It starts off pretty much where the last one left off, the original by Tobe Hooper. But I thought I was watching a work print to start with, because the picture on the opening scene was absolutely terrible. Sort of a juddering picture. It's almost like it was, I don't know, some sort of VHS third or fourth generation copy. But the picture quality soon improved, so I can only assume that was sort of like some sort of rough cut that was included to add two scenes together or something. But basically the film's about two sisters. One gets killed straight away. For some reason both sisters are going out with the same boyfriend, and then the other sister gets kidnapped by Coffin Baby, and then is basically kept hostage throughout the whole of the film. And I mean, even though there's not much in terms of plot, it's quite confusing as to what exactly is going on. It seems that he sort of falls for her because he gives her flowers at one point, but then he's sort of cutting her limbs off and things like this as well. And she then goes mad, I must apologise for saying Bruce Dern was the killer in the first one. He wasn't. He was the older guy in the first one, and he returns in this. And the other thing is, Jeffrey Combs, who's on the front cover, as I mentioned earlier, isn't actually in the film at all. So, I mean, it's clear there was a troubled production for this movie, as I mentioned earlier. Whether this is the final cut that Scream Factory are going to put out, I don't know. On a plus point, the gore and effects, etc., are excellent. There's lots going on, and I thoroughly enjoyed it for that reason alone. The plot is bizarre. The acting from the leading lady who plays Samantha is terrible. But overall, I have to say I quite enjoyed it. There's a great film there somewhere, a really, really good sequel there somewhere. But it probably needs a director to sort of put, or an editor to put the thing together properly, shoot some scenes that make it a cohesive story. But I'd certainly recommend a watch, and I'd certainly recommend. I'm going to pick up the Scream Factory Blu-ray when it comes out, just to see whether it's the same version that I've just watched, as titled Toolbox Murders 2, because I'm not sure that they'll put that out exactly as it is. But anyway, very, very interesting. If you're a fan of this type of movie, I'd probably recommend picking this up and just having a look and seeing what you think. For everybody else, just wait until the Scream Factory release comes out. If you've got any questions about it, just stick them down below and I'll do my best to answer it. If I sound confused, it's because it was a bit of a confusing movie. But overall, quite an enjoyable hour and a half in any case. Anyway, until next time, speak to you later.